Or do you want to formally waive?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So she's charged with petty theft of $100 or more. I do find probable cause. I did appoint the public defender. She is not to return back to the 7-Eleven 327 South Orange Blossom Trail or have any contact with any victim or witness and abide by any trespass warning. I'm not going to revoke her bond in 19 CF 13943AO. She does have the PD in that case. All right, good morning. Can you tell me your name, please?
Jerry Matthew Irvin, second man.
All right, Mr. Irvin, you're here in 2019 MM 540AE. You're arrested for resisting an officer without violence. Do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer? He's not on probation, correct? Are you on probation? Okay, I saw some holds out of county, so.
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 5 days credit time served, court costs.
Okay, he has 5 days in?
He already has, he was arrested on the 9th, I believe.
He has how many days?
8.
8 days? Okay, so it would be credit for time served offer. If you want to accept that, Mr. Irvin, you can resolve your case today. And I don't know what's going on in Seminole or Osceola County, but you have some holds there, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You wanna
Those
do
cases
that?
both have bonds.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Those cases both have bonds.
And you have bonds in those cases? Okay.
I have bonds on my out-of-county
You do.
cases. Okay.
But if you want to resolve your case today, it would be credit for time served and it would be done and over, but that's up to you.
Okay, and then I would just wait to be picked up.
Or you can bond out, yeah.
Can I bond out?
I would give you a bond on this case, I would stay the bond, but you
I'm-
then have to come back to court if the state files charges.
I'm asking if I can bond out-of-county from in
You
here.
have bonds in your out-of-county cases. Do we know what they are?
Seminole County is 5,500 and Osceola County is 3,800.
So those are your bonds.
Okay, can I bond out of those counties from this county?
Yes, you have bonds.
Okay, thank you. That's fine. Where am I signing?
Did you read the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Enter a plea of no contest.
Okay, thank you. And you said it was 8 or 9 days, Jenny? 8, okay, thank you. Thank you. All right, Mr. Irvin, is this your signature at the bottom of the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit in the file to accept your plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 8 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 8 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by December 16th, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Donald Gillard,
All right, Mr. Gillard, you're here in 2019 CF 17029AO. You're arrested for grand theft third degree. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in your case. And you may not return back
ma'am,
to the target at 120 West Grant Street or have any contact with any listed victim or witness. If you've been trespassed, you must abide by the trespass warning. Your bond will remain set at $2,500. You're out on release.
I'm out on what?
You're out on release, sir, for another case. You're out on bond in 2019 CF 15624AO. I am going to revoke that release and set the bonds at none in that case. And you do have an attorney in that case, and they'll be able to file any motions to set bond for you.
So I don't have any bond? I can't get out?
You will not be released. You have bond in the new law. You do not have bond in the case that you were out on release on when you have,
The one that I'm out on release on is from Lake County, I think.
no, it's from Orange County.
This was. So this is the number 2 attorney.
Good morning. Please tell me your name, sir.
Michael Taylor,
All right, Mr. Taylor, you're here in 2019 MO 1968AO. You were arrested for camping. Do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Taylor?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 3 days with credit time served, court costs, no return to the scene.
So it's 2 days credit for time served. Mr. Taylor, do you want to accept that offer? Is it 2 days, Jenny? 3, that's what I thought.
3 days, credit time served, court costs, and return.
you leave it there. All right. That's all.
I don't know, Ms. Fusco, I don't know how I don't think a no return to West Jackson and South Paramar when he was sleeping on the street was really an unenforceable. Okay, so
That's fine.
unless he's been trespassed from a specific location, I really don't know how so. All right, Mr. Taylor, I'm not gonna take any action on your out on release case, okay? So but you need to make sure you don't miss any court dates, okay?
All right.
All right, Mr. Taylor, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yeah,
Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
yeah,
Do you understand all your rights that you're giving up by entering the plea?
yeah,
Are you on probation anywhere?
no,
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
yeah,
Okay. I do find a factual basis to accept your plea to the charge based on the affidavit. I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 3 days' time served. Do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by December 16th, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck. I don't know. I think she may need somebody. Oh, okay. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Patrick Wonder,
All right,
ma'am.
Mr. Wonder, you're here in 2019 CO 1214AO. You were arrested for soliciting without a permit. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Wonder?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 2 days, credit time served, court costs.
So you have 3? Okay. Do you want to accept that offer?
Yes, ma'am. May I
Okay.
please?
Enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. All right, Mr. Wonder, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you find a factual basis based on the affidavit in the court file to accept your plea, I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 3 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by December 16, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Good luck.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, good morning. Please tell me your name.
Yes, good morning. My name is Sean Mitchell.
All right. You're here in 19 CF 17089. You're arrested for possession of a concealed weapon or a firearm by a convicted felon. It's a concealed weapon. And I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in your case. In 19 MO 1969, you were arrested for an open container violation. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the PD to represent you in that case as well. And you can't possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition. And you may not possess or consume any alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription. The bond will stay at $5,000 on the concealed weapon and $250 on the open container.
Okay.
All right, good morning. Please tell me your name.
Paul Goulon.
All right, Mr. Goulon. All right, you're here in 2019 MO 1971. You were arrested for sitting or lying on the sidewalks in the downtown core district. I do find probable cause. I don't have a form for the PD. Do you want to see if the state has an offer for you? You want to resolve your case today?
Yeah.
Okay, was there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 2 days with credit time served, court costs.
Okay, do you want to accept that offer?
Yeah.
You want to plea no contest?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Mr. Gillian, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yeah.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form? You
Yeah.
understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yeah.
Are you on probation anywhere?
Uh,
Do you report?
No.
Okay. Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
I'm a U.S. citizen.
Okay. Do you understand that if you were not, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yeah.
Okay. I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. Do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by December 16, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to get some social work. I was wondering if I could go to the hospital for a while.
Okay. Well, you'll have to talk to somebody in corrections about that. I can't send you to the hospital.
Well, that's the only place that has social work that I got in
Well-
the past.
If you're resolving your case today, then the case is over.
Yeah.
So if you need some help, you can talk to somebody here at corrections about that. Or, go to Aspire or someplace like that that can get you some help. Okay?
All right.
And if you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Stephen Haddon?
All right, Mr. Haddon, you're here in 19 MO 1972. You're arrested for disorderly conduct. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Haddon?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 2 days, credit time served, court costs.
Yeah? Okay.
Enter a plea no contest, Your Honor.
All right.
No
Mr.
comment.
Haddon, is this your signature at the bottom of the plea form?
Yes.
Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes.
Right, I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. Do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by December 16th, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Mark Scholl, Anton.
All right,
Good morning, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Anton, you're here in 19 MM 100578O. You're arrested for petty theft. Do you find probable cause? I'll appoint, well, I don't have a form for the public defender. Did you?
I was just, I didn't have a chance to speak to my lawyer when I had a petty theft about, on October the 6th, and I'm currently out on bond. I don't wish to leave. I don't mind if you revoke the bond. I'm due in court January 2nd, and I just didn't get a chance to speak to my lawyer. My lawyer came to me with an offer of 90 days.
Do you want me to appoint the PD on this case?
I just want to make sure it all runs concurrent.
Well, you're not gonna, I don't know if the state will have an
And-
offer for you today, on either one of the cases. I don't know. So we'll see if they have an offer for you. I don't know what's going on your out on bond case. I can
That's
look.
court January 2nd I have.
I have maybe
1 o'clock.
January 20th.
And we can put them all together, because I tried to tell the lawyer on the October charge too, they let me out like 1 day before I had court, and I got picked up on the same thing. I've been trying to get into a program, they offered me time, and I was like, look,
So.
even my lawyer wasn't
You gotta be
adequate.
quiet.
I'm sorry.
Let me talk, okay? So you have in 19 MM 9227AO, you have an arraignment set on January 2nd, 2020, but the state has not filed an information in the case, okay?
All right.
So I can't take a plea on that because the state
state
hasn't
hasn't filed
filed an
charge.
information,
Yeah, all right.
okay? This case, if the state had an offer, I could take a plea on it if they made an offer, because today is initial appearance, and that's the only day that you can do it
Right, I
today,
understand that.
until the state files an information. So I don't know if the state has an offer. But I can't do anything on the other case.
I understand, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. For the one pending today, we could offer adjudication of guilt, 4 days, credit time served, court costs, no return to scene.
Thank you.
So 4 days with credit for 2, no return, court costs, adjudication, and then you have the other case.
I don't know if it's annotate or make notation, but I've been trying to get into programs, and Florida's just so swamped. Thank you for your time.
Do you want me to, I was intending to revoke your bond.
You were?
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know. It's your call, Your Honor.
I know, but
You know, there was a redundancy in my speak, so.
so, that was my intent. But if you're gonna resolve the case today, I won't revoke the bond, but you do have a court date coming up. You can't miss that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand?
I have
Okay.
no plans to leave the Orlando area. I'm born
Okay.
here,
Don't
bred
miss
here,
it because
everything.
you'll be held no bond, okay?
Yeah, I have no FTAs.
Miss Fowler, he's not represented, I'm not gonna appoint the PD, it's just an extra cost for him, but Mr. Anton, you need to understand that theft is an enhanceable offense.
I understand that
Okay,
now.
I have to let you know this before you enter a plea. So if you get 2 prior theft convictions, the next one can become a felony. I am looking at your history here. You have theft convictions, you have petty theft 2 prior. It looks like that was on 11/21/2019. You have some other theft convictions. So the state may file your out on bond case as a felony.
I understand.
Okay? So you understand that
And entering a plea,
this
yes.
is an enhanceable offense. You still want to go forward with the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Anton, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, it is, Your
Did you
Honor.
understand everything contained within the plea form?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
I do, Your Honor.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty. Sentence you to 4 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You may not return back to the Wawa at 3951 Central Florida Parkway. Abide by any trespass warning. Do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by December 16th, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Don't miss your court date on January 2nd, okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you for the court's
luck.
time.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Jason Brooks.
All right, Mr. Brooks, you're here in 2019 MM9890AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. Do you find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Brooks?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, time served, court costs, no return to scene.
Okay, how many days? 7 days? Okay. Mr. Brooks, do you want to accept the offer? It's a credit for time served offer.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I would have to impose court costs. I give you a year to pay those off.
Enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. Does he have it says a detainer, but, okay, all right, no okay. Thanks. All right, Mr. Brooks, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, Your Honor.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right. I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 7 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 7 days' time served. Do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by December 16, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Good luck, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Jerome Davis.
All right, Mr. Davis, you're here in 2019 CF 17069AO. You're arrested for possession of oxycodone. Do you find probable cause? I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You can't possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And your bond will be set at $2,500. I'm not going to revoke your release on 18 CF 11526AO. You do have a court date coming up in February.
Thank you.
Don't miss that court date, okay?
So 2,500.
All right, please, oh, sorry. All right, good morning. Can you tell me your name, please?
Omar Anderson.
All right, Mr. Anderson, you're here in 19 CF 17078AO. You're arrested for burglary of a conveyance with an assault or battery, aggravated assault with a firearm, aggravated assault with a firearm, and criminal mischief over 1,000. I do find probable cause for those offenses. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. And does, Ms. Fusco, does the state want to be heard as to bond on count 1 is a punishable by life felony?
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant's girlfriend and another female were talking to two men outside the defendant's apartment area, and the defendant exited his vehicle with a firearm in his hand, started waving the firearm while yelling to get out of here, and he began striking the hood of one of the victim's car with his firearm. Then he pointed the firearm at Ashanti's face, and then redirected the firearm at the two men. When he pointed the firearm at Ashanti, she was in fear of her life. After that, he threatened to shoot, and he also began hitting the trunk of Ashanti's vehicle. She drove away. Then she had known him for 9 years, so was able to identify him. One of the male victims said that the defendant put his firearm in his face and said he was going to shoot his car up if he didn't leave, banging on, cause damage to the car. He said he was in fear of his life when the gun was pointed in his face. He came up to the driver's side and he attempted to strike Tyrese with a closed fist through the open window. So we hit further down after Miranda. The defendant said that he saw his girlfriend talking to two males, drove up to the males, began yelling at them with a firearm in his hand, and he admitted to hitting the car with the firearm and leaving the scene. He then took police to a family member's residence where the firearm used in the incident and another was obtained and placed into evidence. The state argues that there is proof evident or presumption great and asks that he be held without bond.
All right, Ms. Fowler.
Your Honor, we just ask the court to exercise its discretion in setting bond. Also, for the court to take into consideration, he has 0 criminal history, 0 felonies, misdemeanors, and failure to appear.
All right, I do find proof evident, presumption great. So, Mr. Anderson, before I get to any bond, you're not to possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition, no contact with any victims or witnesses, no alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription, and you may not return back to, well, looks like that's your residence, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so don't have any contact with anybody listed in the affidavit. I am going to set your bond. I'm going to use my discretion. Set your bond at $25,000 on count 1, $7,500 on count 2, $7,500 on count 3, and $150 on count 4. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Donald A. Byrne.
Mr. Byrne, you're here in 2019 CF 17079AO. You're arrested for aggravated assault. Do you find probable cause? I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in your case. You may not have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. You must maintain separate residences. If you need to go back to the residence and the victim's present, I'll allow you to go back with law enforcement one time to get any personal belongings that you may need, but you must maintain separate residences. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription, and your bond will stay set at $1,500.
Madam President, Honorable Court, may I ask you something? Your Honor, I would, could I receive a ROR
Well,
on
not
my
with,
behalf?
Mr. Byrne, not with your history, sir.
No, ma'am.
No. And
But you,
it's a pretty low bond for the aggravated assault, so.
but you, okay.
Okay, if you can't make that bond, the
No, I
public
can't.
defender's office will file a motion for you, okay?
Yes, Okay. Just mine.
All right, please tell me your name.
Michael A. Chisholm.
All right, Mr. Chisholm, you're here in 2019 CF 17073 AO. You're arrested for possession of methamphetamine or MDMA. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You can't possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. The bond will stay set at $1,000 in 19 CT 1492. AO, you're arrested for driving without a valid driver's license. And I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the PD. You can't drive without a valid driver's license, and the bond will stay set at $500.
Okay.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Philip Daly.
All right, Mr. Bailey, you're here in 18 CF 12295AO. You're arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for your pretrial conference on March 6, 2019. The judge did revoke your release, set your bond at none on each count. And does he have the PD? Yes. You do have the public defender. They'll have to file a motion for you to be heard in Division 22 in order to get your bond, okay?
Thank you.
All right, good morning. Can you tell me your name, please?
Jonathan Eady.
All right, Mr. Edie, you're here in 2019 CF 17071AO. You're arrested for burglary of an occupied dwelling with an assault or battery. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in your case. We have a witness here. Ma'am, can you please raise your right hand to be sworn in?
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes,
Please state your name for the record.
Sharnae Williams.
Okay, and how do you know Mr. Edie?
He is the boyfriend of my roommate.
Okay, and are you the named victim in the case?
Yes, me and my boyfriend.
Okay, and then what is it that you would like to tell me?
Me and my boyfriend and the police as well that took care of the case, we find that it would be in our best interest for him and his girlfriend to remain here until their sentencing time. I brought pictures, but they would not allow me to bring my phone in. Him and his girlfriend attacked me and my boyfriend in our room. That's why they have these charges. I have patches all along the inside of my hair. They have a video that's in the case. He ripped out the center of my hair right here, here as well. I have damaged items inside my room. Baskets are broken, including damage to my iPad, which is worth more than $400. They have malicious intent to harm us, so we would like to request that they remain here until sentencing because I live there. My boyfriend is a frequent visitor, and we do not feel safe with either of them in our house.
Okay, neither one of them live in the house at all?
No, she lives in the house. He is a visitor, but now he is going to be living there, which was not a part of our living arrangement. But we do not feel safe with either of them at the house. They both attacked us. I have bruises along my head, scratches on my face, and we don't feel safe with them there. The police also advised us to let you guys know that they did not think it would be smart to let them come home until any point, have them be sentenced. And like I said, they had a video. It was a premeditated attack. His girlfriend set her phone up to record before she entered my room and put her hands on me. They lied about the video when they said that it was for proof of what would happen for if we came to court. They did not show the video when the police got there. I had to inform the police that a video was there. They showed the video, and it showed them in the video lying on my boyfriend saying that he choked her. He had not, and the police said that he had not, and could tell that they were trying to lie their way through the situation. And if I had not been able to describe my side of the story, me and my boyfriend would have been going to jail under false pretenses. So we do not feel safe with them returning home.
Okay, and Ms. Fowler, do you have any questions for her?
No, no, Your Honor.
Ms. Fusco, do you have any additional questions?
No, just.
Okay, all right. Thank you, ma'am, for your testimony. All right, and so does the state want to be heard as to bond on the burglary with an assault or battery?
Yes, Your Honor. As stated by the victim, the defendant and another co-defendant entered into her room for a confrontation. The video encounter was recorded, and the police were able to video and upload the video onto their body camera. And the video did show the co-defendant knocking on the victim's door, entering without permission, the victim telling the co-defendant she did not have permission to remain in the room. It showed the co-defendant searching the room against the victim's wishes and touching the victim, and a fight happening. The video shows the defendant here today pulling the victim's hair and attacking her while the co-defendant was on top of her. And at one point, the defendant pushed the victim. The police were able to observe a scratch on the victim's face under her left eye, swelling on her forehead, a bare spot where her hair was pulled out, as she's mentioned in court today. Pictures of her injuries were taken and uploaded. The state would argue that there is proof evident or presumption great and ask that the defendant be held without bond.
Ms. Fowler?
Your Honor, we defer the matter to the court. We just ask the court to take into consideration his lack of criminal history.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Eady, I do find proof evident, presumption great based on the affidavit in the court file as well as the victim's additional testimony, which corroborates what statements were made to law enforcement and memorialized in the affidavit. You're not to return back to the residence, the victim's residence. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness or any co-defendant in the case. Do you understand? Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. No weapons or firearms or any ammunition, and no alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription. I am going to hold you at no bond at this time. Your attorneys will be able to file a motion with the judge in Division 19 to determine whether a bond would be given to you at a later date, okay? All right. She's also here for Miss Lamoren. All right, please tell me your name.
It's Ron Edison.
All right, Mr. Edison, you're here in 2019 CF 17085AO. You're arrested for resisting an officer without violence and burglary of an unoccupied structure. I do find probable cause, and I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You may not return back to 950 Railroad Avenue or have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. Your bond will stay set at $100 and $2,500. You're also here in 19 CF 17068AO. You're arrested for burglary of an occupied dwelling, unarmed, and petty theft of $100 or less, or $300 or less, excuse me. I do find probable cause for those offenses. I'll appoint the public defender. You may not return back to 604 Penn Place or have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. Your bond will stay set at $5,100. And I'll appoint the PD if I didn't already say that in that case. All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Lauren Lamorne.
All right, Ms. Lamoren, you're here in 19 CF 17072AO. You're arrested for burglary of an occupied dwelling with an assault or battery therein. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And we still have a witness here. For this case, you previously testified, or you're still under oath, ma'am, okay? And is there anything additional that you wanted to tell me that was not previously stated on the record for Mr. Eady?
Just like we said, she banged on our door and entered without permission. That was videoed. Again, they did not show the video as they said that's the reason why they recorded it. Premeditated attack. She sat her phone up, came into my room without my permission. I asked her to leave numerous times. She did not. She started to touch me. We got into a physical altercation. Again, like I said, her boyfriend ripped my hair out. They have it on police video. They told me to testify so that she cannot get bond because me and my boyfriend do not feel comfortable with her returning to the residence after everything that was said and done. In the video, you can be seeing her on top of me, striking my head. I had the abrasion here, here. I have damage to my property in my room. I have pictures of the stuff that is broken. I couldn't bring it because we're not allowed to bring the phones in here. And we don't feel safe with her returning to the residence, even more so than her boyfriend.
Okay, is anybody, Ms. Fowler, do you have any questions for Ms. Williams?
No questions, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Fusco?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and does the state want to be heard as to bond on the charge?
Yes, Your Honor. As stated by the victim and stated previously, there is a video of this altercation that the police were able to observe and to upload into their body camera. And it did show the defendant and her co-defendant entering the room without permission and not leaving when they were reminded that they did not have permission. And a physical altercation ensued with an attack upon the victim. There are photographs also with a scratch of the victim's face under her eyes, swelling on her forehead, bare spots where her hair was pulled out. These photographs are in evidence with the police. We believe there is proof evident or presumption great, and because of the stated fear of the victim, we would ask that the defendant be held without bond.
Ms. Fowler?
Your Honor, we defer the matter to the court. We just ask the court to take into consideration her lack of criminal history.
Okay. All right, I do find proof evident presumption great based on the information provided in the affidavit as well as the victim's testimony, which corroborates what's memorialized in the affidavit. And Ms. Lamorin, you are not to have any contact with any listed victim, witness, or co-defendant. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
No weapons or firearms or any ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence, okay? If you are released from the Orange County Jail, you may return with law enforcement one time to get any personal belongings that you may need. You must go with law enforcement. No weapons or firearms or any ammunition, no illegal substances or any alcohol without a valid prescription. I am going to hold you at no bond at this time. Your public defenders can file any motions in Division 20, and that judge will determine at a later date whether or not they will give you a bond. Okay? All right. Thank you for your testimony.
I'm talking about like as far as. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Michael Mobley, Your Honor.
Hi, Mr. Mobley, you're here in 19 CF 17081AO. You're arrested for possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver. Do you find probable cause? I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. May not possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. The bond will stay set at $15,000. Mr. Mobley? Huh? I don't have any other paperwork. Huh? I don't have it. I don't have it. Was he served with it? Oh, okay.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I could fix it. I got out August 1st. I'm on parole. But I got parole here. My
I
charges
don't
are
want,
from...
before you say anything, I don't want you to say anything that
Oh,
would have,
yes,
don't
ma'am.
talk about the facts. Is there, do you
Oh,
have
no,
a
no, I don't
question?
No, I was just saying, I'm on parole. I got parole here, but my parole, my charges was happened in Miami, but they let me out of my parole here.
Okay, well, I think they filed a violation of. Okay, do I need to address it? Okay, okay. So, they placed a hold on you for the violation, okay? So,
Understand?
and it's not the same as probation, so, I don't know what he would have to bond out here? Jenny, do you know, would he have to bond out here? And then they would transfer him to, is it Miami-Dade? Okay, so your local charges would either have to be satisfied, okay, for them to then, is it Miami-Dade?
Yes, I have a current address here, and I have a job here.
Okay, well, yes, but it goes back to where it was originally imposed, even if it was transferred here or anything like that, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Attorney here? All right, thank you.
Yeah. All right, good morning. Can you tell me your name, please?
David William Stager.
All right, Mr. Stager, you're here in 19 CF 17074AO. You're arrested for petty theft, 2 prior convictions, and trespass on property after warning. Do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You may not return back to the Hard Rock Hotel at 5800 Universal Boulevard. It looks like you've been trespassed there. You need to abide by the trespass warning and no contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. The bond will stay set at $1,100.
How long can I wait for arraignment?
Well, the state will have, it's a, charge 1 is a felony, so the state will have to file an information, and then you would be set for an arraignment.
Okay.
And I can't tell you how long that will take, okay? It's up to the state attorney's office to file charges. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Brandon Walker.
Mr. Walker, you're here in 19 CF 16537. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was previously found for robbery and petty theft, 2 prior convictions. And I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You may not have contact with any listed victim or witness. You may not return back to the Dollar General at 9581 South Orange Avenue. No weapons or firearms or any ammunition, and abide by the trespass warning. The bonds will stay set at $2,500 and $1,000. All right, please tell me your name.
Mel Dawson.
All right, and did Vaughn bond out? Velez Vaughn? It's booking 19035-823? Okay, and then I also have Joseph, 19035-813? Also bonded? Okay, we'll take no action on those cases. And you said Dawson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Dawson. You're here in 19 MO 1970. You were arrested for soliciting without a permit. If you find probable cause, I'll appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Dawson to resolve his case?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 2 days with credit time served, court costs.
All right. Is that what you want to do?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Your Honor, was a PD appointed?
Yes.
Enter a plea of no contest.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Dawson, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by December 16, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
luck. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name, please?
Arvell Cole.
All right, Mr. Cole, you're here in 19 MM 10054AO. You're arrested for trespass in an open container. I do find probable cause for those offenses. I'll appoint the PD. Was there an offer for Mr. Cole?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 3 days with credit time served, court costs, no return to the scene.
So you have 2? Okay. That will, I think, get you out today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Your Honor, enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. All right, Mr. Cole, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, it is.
Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes, I did.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, I do.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, I'm not.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, I understand.
All right, I do find a factual basis to accept your plea to both counts in the affidavit. I will adjudicate you guilty on each count, sentence you to 3 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. That will run concurrent on each count. You can't go back to the 76 gas station at 2800 North Pine Hills Road. Abide by the trespass warning. Do you have to impose court costs? I'll order that you pay those by December 16, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Good luck.
All right.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
My name is Maximilian Court.
All right, Mr. Core, you're here in 2019 MM 10045AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause. I don't have a form for the PD. Do you want to see if the state has an offer to resolve your case?
Well, the offer that I was talking positive about being a prospect and trying to come here to figure out if I wanted to stay here or go to school here.
Sir, my question was, do you want to resolve your case today?
Yes.
Okay. Was the state
I can't hear
have-
very well. I might have needed some earwax.
Okay, we can get
Because
you
I don't
some
know
headphones.
know where the shelter is, and I didn't know where the library is.
Yes, Your Honor. The offer would be adjudication of guilt, 2 days with credit time served, court costs, and no return to scene of the trespass.
All right, Mr. Core, the state's offering you credit for time served, so that would get you out today. You know, you can't go back to where you've been trespassed, and I would have to impose court costs. I'd give you a year to pay the court costs off. Do you want to take the offer? I'd get you out today.
Okay, how much is the court cost?
223, 273, and I'll give you a year to pay that off.
DM. I think that's good.
Have you signed the plea form?
Where is it at? Okay, Pope John Plus. Ex notary master. Right here.
All right, Mr. Core, is this your signature at the bottom of the plea form?
Yeah,
Yep, all right. Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yeah, I just need someone to, like a counselor to talk to before I leave.
Okay, are you on probation anywhere?
No,
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
me, okay,
Do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
no, I'm a citizen.
Okay, do you understand that if you are not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
No, I didn't know, yes, I guess, I never heard of that.
Okay, my question is, do you understand that if you are not a U.S. citizen, I understand that you are.
Oh, yeah.
Do you understand that you will be deported?
Deported
If you are
from-
not a U.S. citizen?
Oh, yeah, I understand the
Okay,
question,
all
but,
right.
I don't
That's the
think they got a
question.
ship big enough for that.
That's the question.
All right.
I have to ask it. I'm required to by the United States Supreme Court, okay? All right.
all right.
It's a weird question, but I have to ask it,
Yeah.
okay? All right, I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. You can't go back to the McDonald's at 3005 West Colonial Drive, abide by the trespass warning. And I do have to impose court costs. I'll give you a year to pay those off. Pay them by December 16th, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you.
All right, but,
Somebody here, you should be able to ask somebody here where the shelter is and where the library is, okay?
all right. I mean, I just came here and, I just wanted all my belongings, but he didn't bring my belongings when I came in.
I don't have your belongings. I don't know where they are, okay?
All
All
right.
right? All right, please tell me your name, sir.
I'm Ray
Harrison?
Harrison.
Okay, Mr. Harrison, you're here in 2019 MM 10055AO. You were arrested for interfering. I do find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh.
Adjudication of guilt, 3 days with credit time served, court costs.
All right, Mr. Harrison, do you want to resolve your case today? That would get you out of jail today.
Today,
Today?
I mean, what you say, right?
You want to do that?
Right, yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll have you sign the plea form. I did. All right, Mr. Harrison, I'm showing you the plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Oh, yes,
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
right,
Is that a yes? You
yes,
understand all the rights you're giving up? There won't be a trial. You won't be able to present witnesses or cross-examine the state's witnesses. You understand those things?
yes,
Okay. And do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
yes,
Are you on probation anywhere?
no,
Okay. I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. Do you have to impose court costs? I'll order you pay those by December 16th, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Marvin Robert Hutchinson.
All right, Mr. Hutchinson, you're here in 19 MM 10063. You were arrested for trespass on property other than a structure or conveyance and possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer?
Your Honor, not on this one at this time.
Is there a reason?
Just pending further evaluation.
Pending further evaluation. I don't know what that means.
Just further testing, Your Honor.
Okay, well, there was an admission that he was attempting to inject heroin into his veins, and so there's that's the admission for the probable cause. Are you waiting for testing on?
I would defer to the court if you'd like to have him plead to the bench.
Okay. I just wasn't sure what you meant by that. So, Mr. Hutchinson, if you want to resolve your case today, I would resolve it with credit for time served. You want to do that?
Yes, please.
Okay, you can't go back, though, to the 1727 Orlando Central Parkway, okay? There's, gotta abide by the trespass warning.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Hutchinson, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do find a factual basis to accept your plea to both charges in the affidavit. I'll adjudicate you guilty on each count, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. And those will run concurrent. You can't go back to 1727 Orlando Central Parkway. Abide by the trespass. And I do have to impose court costs. I'll order that you pay those by December 16, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Keep putting everything in that box. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
William Henry Stouffer.
All right, Mr. Stouffer, you're here in 2019 MM 10064. You're arrested for trespass on property other than a structure or conveyance. I do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 2 days with credit time served, court costs, no return to scene of trespass.
All right. Mr. Stauffer, do you want to accept the offer?
I could barely hear her, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's a credit for time served offer. You can't go back
Yes, ma'am.
to the location that you were arrested at. You must abide by any trespass warning, and I do have to impose court costs. I'll give you a year to pay those off.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So it'd be time served?
Time served.
Yes, ma'am.
Enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. Why do we have a camera in here? Yeah, no, that's fine. They can do it after court, but that's, I mean, that's pretty much like over. Yeah. All right, Mr. Stauffer, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. Can't go back to 1727 Orlando Central Parkway. Abide by the trespass warning. Do have to impose court costs. I'll order you pay those by December 16, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name, please?
Good morning, ma'am. My name is Jamal Bridges.
All right, Mr. Bridges, you're here in a Volusia County warrant. Looks like the judge in the Volusia County case set your bond at none on all your counts. And so Volusia County will have 72 hours to come and pick you up pursuant to our administrative order. If they don't do that within that time frame, then you'll come back before a judge, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, thank you. And Mr. Broadus, we'll reset Mr. Broadus. I was wondering why he was reset before because it didn't say. Yeah, oh, they didn't put anything on the court minutes. Okay. All right, can you tell me your name, please?
Jermaine Brown.
All right, Mr. Brown, you're here in 19 CF 11388AO. You're arrested for burglary of a structure, or sorry, this is a failure to appear. So you're arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for pretrial conference on December 10th, 2019. The judge did revoke your release on your case. And does he have the PD? Okay, you do have the public defender. Your bond set at none in that case. And so they'll have to file motions for you in that case. In 19 CF 17045AO, you're arrested for possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. If you find probable cause, I don't have a form for the public defender. Do you want me to appoint them to represent you in that case too?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint them to represent you as well in that case. You can't possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, and your bond will stay set at $1,100. Okay. We will reset Mr. Cooperstein.
Iris Davenport is also mental health.
And we will reset Davenport.
I got took that right now. Listen,
All right, can you tell me your name?
Jesse Key, ma'am, Jesse
All
Key.
right. Mr. Key, you're here in 2019 MM 9938AO. You're arrested for trespass on
Yes,
property.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
After warning.
Yes,
I do
ma'am.
find probable cause, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Was there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, time served, court costs, no return.
All right, Mr. Key, do you want to accept that offer?
Yes, ma'am, because when I was at the store, I was kind of, you know what I was doing, you know, so I want to back up. I
Okay,
didn't-
well, I don't, we don't need to talk about the whole thing, but if
Okay.
you want to accept the offer, you
Yes,
can.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm not gonna revoke your release on the other cases. Make sure you don't miss any court dates, okay? You have some court dates coming up.
Court, yeah, 19th. the
Yep,
19th.
yep, and then also on January 2nd for the other case.
All right, all right, all
Don't
right.
miss those court dates.
All right, all right, I won't, ma'am.
Your Honor, enter a plea of no contest.
All right. Ma'am? All right, all right.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Key, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am, I read it fine.
All right, you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Oh, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Are
yes,
you
ma'am.
on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am, no, ma'am, no,
All right,
ma'am.
you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do find a factual basis to accept your plea. Based on the affidavit, I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to how many days? 6 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 6 days time served. You can't go back
All right.
to 4501 Conroy Road, the
Yeah, Conroy.
7-Eleven.
That's right down the road there.
Abide by the trespass warning.
Yeah, I pass by here every day going down there
Well,
with
avoid it like the plague, okay?
All right, ma'am.
All right, and I have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order that you pay those by December 16, 2020. If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Yes, Mr. Key.
I just need a paper about the court cost so I can keep
They'll give
memory
you
of it.
they'll give you your paperwork,
All right.
okay?
All right, so
Good
that's
luck.
it.
Don't miss court.
All right, ma'am, I won't, ma'am.
All right. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Christopher John Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, you're here in 2019 CF 17007AO. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was previously found for burglary of a structure, criminal mischief over 1,000, and petty theft. And I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in the case. You can't go back to 639 West Robinson Street. That's the tow truck company. You must abide by any trespass warning. You can't have any contact with any listed victim, witness, or any co-defendant. The bond will stay set on count 1 at 5,000, 1,000 on count 2, and I'll reduce count 3 to 100. And then you're also, oh, never mind, it's just one case. All right, can you tell me your name? Oh, sorry, wasn't looking up. Can you tell me your name, please?
Winston Willis.
All right, Mr. Willis, this is a determination of counsel hearing in 2019 CF 16149AO. And I have the form for the public defender. I'm gonna appoint them to represent you in your case. You have an attorney now, okay? All right. All right, good morning. Can you tell me your name, please?
Monica Martin.
All right, Miss Martin, you're here in 19MM 9492AO, and you're represented by the Office of the Public Defender, and they filed a motion for your release on your own recognizance or in the alternative to reduce your bond. And have you all discussed this at all, or?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and so, Ms. Fowler, it's your motion.
Your Honor, we're asking the court to release Ms. Martin or in the alternative to reduce her bond. She has been in jail since November 24th and has been unable to post bond. May I take testimony for the court?
Sure.
Raise your right hand. Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for the record.
Monica Martin.
Do you have family or friends in the Orlando area?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anyone to help you get bond?
No.
How many years have you lived in Orlando?
All my life. 47 years.
Okay, where will you be residing upon your release?
720 West Carter Street, apartment 15, Orlando, Florida, 32805.
And upon your release, how would you get to court appearances? What means of transportation? Links, bus station?
Well, I'm in the area where I can actually walk.
Okay. And would you maintain contact with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Your Honor, that concludes testimony.
All right, so the motion says apartment A. Who lives at that address, ma'am?
Excuse me?
Who lives at the 720 West Carter Street, apartment 15?
Me and my daughter's father.
You and your daughter's father, okay. And you live there?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Fusco, do you have any questions for Ms. Martin?
Not at this time.
argument?
No, Your Honor, just to note that it was a battery case with spraying pepper spray in victim's eyes. There is a history of four felonies and 8 misdemeanors, but no failures to appear on our records. We would defer to the court's discretion on the motion.
And Your Honor, I would just like to also mention, like State just mentioned, despite having criminal history, she has a pattern of appearing in court with 0 failure to appear.
Right, so I haven't heard any testimony about any efforts to, I mean, apparently she has a daughter, and that, I mean, it's indicating that she does not have a residence throughout the affidavit for arrest as well as the pretrial release face sheet that was at initial appearance. So what information, Ms. Martin, have you contacted anybody?
No, I just said out of anger. He's been to see me 3 times, you know, I was just mad, you know. I
Well,
didn't
don't
know
talk about the facts of your case. My question was, have you contacted anybody in order to help you post a bond?
Yes,
Who have you contacted?
I contacted my sisters. I got 2 sisters and my baby's father.
Okay, and what about your daughter?
My daughter is, she's in the world.
She's what?
No, she's out running around. She's not, she's actually on drugs running around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's not a reliable person that
No,
you can
at all.
talk to. And so nobody that you've spoken to can help you post a bond? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you have any money whatsoever?
No, ma'am.
Ms. Haling, the information that I have just isn't sufficient to release her on her own recognizance. Some feedback here. I don't think it's me. And I don't think the $500 bond is inappropriate based on the facts or her criminal history. I understand she's not previously failed to appear, but based on the facts of the case as well as the fact that I don't think she really, I'm not so sure that she's residing at that address. So, I don't know if reducing the bond will make any bit of difference.
Was it any way you can talk to him, contact him?
I can't talk to anybody, ma'am.
But what does he have to do? He just called, just visited me, Thursday.
Okay, I don't know who him is.
That's where my mail comes there. My food stamps come there. It's my mail comes there. I live there.
She's just stating that she does live at that address.
Okay. Well, ma'am, I'm not gonna grant your bond today. I don't think your bond is inappropriate considering the facts of the case as well as your history. And I'm not showing, there's no testimony about any employment.
I get SSI. It's it.
Okay, when do you get your check?
I get my check, next month.
Okay. What happened to this month's check?
I had to pay bills.
Right.
I had to pay him rents. I lived there.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna deny the motion today. All right, please tell me your name. Need some headphones, sir? Okay. All right, can you tell me your name, please, sir?
Yes, Michael John Rutecki.
All right, Mr. Rutecki, you're here in 2019, MM 9606AO. You're represented by the public defender. They did file a motion in your case for release on your own recognizance or in the alternative to reduce your bond. And so, Ms. Fowler, it's your motion.
Yes, Your Honor, may I take testimony for the court?
Raise your right hand, sir.
Yes,
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name for the record.
Michael John Rattecki.
Do you have family or friends in the Orlando area?
This needs to be turned down just a little bit.
Turned down?
Yeah. Okay, that's too much, a little bit. No, I mean up, a little bit. Okay, right about there, that's fine, thank you.
It's good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have family or friends in the Orlando area?
I have a brother who lives in Leesburg.
Do you have anyone to help you get bond?
No, not actually, financially, no.
How many years have you lived in the Orlando area?
Let's see, I believe I'm going on approximately 3 years.
Okay. Where will you be residing upon release?
Let me see, well, actually, I'm going to check into the Salvation Army or the Coalition.
Okay. And upon your release from the Orange County Jail, will you seek employment?
What's that again?
Will you seek employment?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay. And upon your release, what means of transportation are you going to get in order to go to court?
I would be public transportation. I mean, in order for me to facilitate me to appear back in court?
Yes.
Whatever means, you know,
Okay. And will you maintain contact with your attorney?
absolutely.
Okay. Your Honor, that concludes testimony.
All right, Mr. Rattecki, what efforts have you made to try and get somebody to help you post your bond? Have you contacted your brother?
Well, no, not exactly. I have a lady friend who lives in Connecticut, and she's in the process of helping me as well.
Helping, as in what?
Just the fact that, number one, in order for me to have someone that's capable of, in case I need to be contacted, she's very reliable in that respect.
Okay, my question was, have you contacted anybody about helping you post a bond? So have you contacted her?
Yes.
And what did she say?
Well, at this particular time, financially, she's not, that's
Okay.
unobtainable.
Have you contacted your brother?
No, I haven't.
Okay. And what efforts have you made other than contacting her to try and get a bond posted?
Just the fact that I explained the situation to her as far as the actual matters of what had taken case, and, you know, and I did discuss that with my public defender, and then she had mentioned to me that this is what she was going to go for, a notion for a reduced bond and also a,
Well, that's what's before me right now.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Ms. Fusco, do you have any questions for Mr. Rattecki?
No additional questions, Your Honor. We know 2 felonies, 25 misdemeanors, but no failures to appear, and we defer to the court's discretion on the motion.
All right, Mr. Rattecki, I'm going to grant your motion. You need to make sure you keep in touch with your attorney. You do not miss any court dates,
Absolutely.
okay? If you miss a court date, chances are you'll have a no bond, okay? All right, and keep in touch with your attorneys. Don't lose track of them. Stay locally if you can, okay?
Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Deshaun Sands.
All right, Mr. Sands, you're here in 19MM 9416AO, and the Public Defender's Office was previously appointed to represent you. They filed a motion for non-monetary release conditions. And you do have a $500 bond, and Ms. Fowler, it's your motion.
Yes, Your Honor, may I take testimony for the court?
Sure.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for the record.
Deshaun Sands.
Do you have family or friends in the Orlando area?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have anyone to help you secure a bond?
No, ma'am. I have retired family members that pay bills
Okay. And how long have you lived in the Orlando area?
all my life.
Where will you be residing upon release?
At my stepmom's house with my brother. Do you need the address?
You can state the address.
It's 369 Balsam Ridge Drive.
Okay. And upon release, will you seek employment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get my job back.
And upon release, what means of transportation are you going to use to ensure you appear for court?
If need be, my brother has a car, but I ride the bus.
Okay.
Unless I have to ask him for a ride.
And are you going to maintain contact with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, that concludes testimony.
All right, Ms. Fusco, any additional questions for Mr. Sands?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sand, the motion says that you have been employed by Owens, like a cleaning service.
Yes, that's,
Are you currently employed?
yeah, I was employed before I got arrested,
Okay, and what is your salary?
$850.
And that's over what time frame?
It's been a couple of years on and off, but I just got out of jail.
Okay, so the $850 is like every week, every 2 weeks?
It's every 2 weeks.
Okay, and have you asked your stepmother or your brother for assistance with bond?
Yes, I did. When I first got locked up, and she said that neither one of them could help me with it.
Your Honor, on this one, we note 5 felonies, 4 misdemeanors, but 9 FTAs. Although the last one was in 2015, we do not, our position would be that he would not be an appropriate candidate for ROR and ask that the bond be stayed or reduced. Thank you.
Ms. Fowler, any argument?
And Your Honor, I'd like to state that despite his criminal history, he has strong community ties. He has lived here his whole life. He also has several family members here, and including a young daughter.
So, Mr. Sands, have you reached out to your uncle, your 2 brothers, your aunt, or your brother, excuse me, your aunt, and then another aunt, and then your cousin? Have you reached out to, I know that Ms. Fusco asked you about I thought you said his mother, but a stepmother? Okay, I didn't see her listed there, but, other than those 2 individuals, have you reached out to any of your other family members?
I've tried to call with the numbers that I know, which is only 2 different numbers, but I've also wrote, and I didn't get any response back, and that was like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, have you talked to your attorney about trying to contact them?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what did they say?
He said he couldn't do that, but he could try to put a motion in
So he said he could not contact your family members?
directly, yeah.
Okay, and then, the motion says, obviously, to counsel's knowledge that he's never missed a court date. He's had 9 failures to appear. I don't think that a $500 bond is inappropriate, or unreasonable. So unless there's any other information that should
Judge,
be.
may I say something?
Sure.
I didn't know
Don't
I
talk
had-
about the facts of your case, okay?
No, I did not know I had failures to appear.
Well, you have 9. That's a lot, okay? So, because of that, I am gonna deny your motion. All right, everybody ready on the 33 days? Yes. you need a minute, Ms. Fusco?
Yes.
Okay.
1 second, Your Honor. Okay, Your Honor.
Sorry?
I'm ready, Your
Okay.
Honor.
All right, we have a motion filed by David Verret in 2019 CF 15653AO Hector Lewis Sierra.
Yes, Your Honor, there was a notice of non-filing on December 12th.
All right, that will be granted. Mm, 2019 CF 15726AO OK Henry III.
Yes, Your Honor, on December 13th, there was a notice of non-filing.
All right, that will be granted. 2019 CF 15688AO Royal Sebastian Cambio.
Yes, Your Honor, on December 10th, there was a notice of non-filing.
All right, that will be granted. 2019 CF 15685AO Kevion Devonte Jefferson.
Yes, Your Honor, on December 12th, there was a notice of non-filing.
All right, that will be granted. 2019 CF 15503AO Justin Samuel Goff.
Yes, Your Honor, on December 13th, there was a notice of non-filing.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 15676AO Jessica Renee Torres.
Yes, Your Honor, on December 13th, there was a notice of non-filing.
All right, that will be granted. 2019 CF 15724AO John Carl Huff III.
Yes, Your Honor, on December 13th, there was an information filed, filing ID 100313720.
All right, that will be denied. 2019 CF 15001AO Devonte Philip King.
Yes, Your Honor, there was an information filed on December 13th. Filing ID is 100312690.
All right, that will be denied. 2019 CF 15737AO Rashawn Brown.
Yes, Your Honor, on December 13th, there was a notice of non-filing.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 15417AO Matthew Donald Reynolds.
Your Honor, I have just, in the last few minutes, received a notice that there's going to be a notice of non-filing, INN 27. I think that was filed today. Do you have a record of that? I didn't see.
Well, if nothing's been filed yet and it's no information, and no information has been filed, then it's going to be granted.
Okay, Your Honor.
So unless you're saying that an information is
No.
being walked over, okay, all right, so that will be granted. All right, 2019 MM9009AO Severino Lombard Castillo.
Yes, Your Honor. On December 13th, there was filing of an information, filing ID 100314591.
All right, that will be denied. 2019 MM9157AO Abdurraham Benzakor.
Yes, Your Honor. On December 13th, there was a no information notice.
All right, that will be granted. 2019 CF 15743AO Jabril Stanley Harris.
Yes, Your Honor. On December 13th, there was filing of an information, filing ID 100313348.
All All right, that will be denied. 2019 CF 15011AO, Jabril Stanley Harris.
Yes, Your Honor, on December 13th, there's a notice of non-filing.
All right, that will be granted. 2019 CF 16128AO, Travis Tyrone Bryan.
Yes, Your Honor, on December 13th, there was a notice of non-filing.
Well, this is untimely. He's been in jail for 25 days, so I'm going to deny that based on it being untimely, and the PDs can file. (2019) MM 9135AO, Nathan Lloyd Franklin.
Yes, Your Honor, on December 13th, there was filing of an information, filing ID 100317066.
All right, that will be denied. 2019 CF 15742AO, Michael Roy Lawrence.
Yes, Your Honor, on December 13th, there was a notice of non-filing.
All right, that will be granted. All right, and then how many, do we have a number on?
We have 3 Spanish and Spanish and 5 regular.
Okay. How much time do y'all need? I'll probably need like 30 minutes? 30, is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll be back. All right, we are back on the record. It is December 16th, 2019. This is Judge Wish, Courtroom 1, Session 2. Can I have the parties announce themselves for the record, please?
Letitia Fowler with the Office of Public Defender.
Elaine Cusco, State Attorney's Office.
We don't have the interpreter on the line yet. Can we call them real quick? I see if they're gonna. Thanks.
Yes, Spanish regular. Oh, she said it's getting ready to sign on. Is that her?
Well, they're moving. It's,
Good morning, courtroom. This is Dalia Romero, Spanish interpreter on the line.
okay, have you been sworn in today?
Yes, I was, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. All right, did I have the parties announce themselves?
Yes.
Okay, I couldn't remember if I did or not. All right, sir, can you please tell me your name?
One moment, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Juan Perez Banca.
Juan Perez Manica.
All right, Mr. Perez Bamako, you're here in case number 2019 MM 9685AO. In the Office of the Public Defender was previously appointed to represent you. The state did file an information charging you with trespass in a conveyance. It's a misdemeanor of the second degree alleged to have occurred on or about the second day of December 2019. I'm showing 15 days in. Was there an offer to resolve the case?
Your Honor, the following offer was.
I'm sorry, counsel, I can hardly hear you. The interpreter can hardly hear you.
Is that better?
Much better, thank you.
The following offer was conveyed by downtown to Ms. Bush, and it's 15 days with 15 days credit time served, followed by 6 months of supervised probation, mental health / drug evaluation / alcohol testing with recommended treatment and court cost.
Okay, let me read the affidavit because I'm not going to start putting people on probation at the jail. All right, Ms. Fowler, it's not a business. It's a residence, and it appears as though it's based on what they're telling law enforcement. It's an incident that occurred at the residence. I don't think the state's offer is unreasonable, considering the facts of the case. So, and I wouldn't suggest pleading to the bench. So, do you want to enter a plea of not guilty for Mr. Perez Bamako? If he wants to accept the offer, I can do that, but I don't know if you've had enough time to explain to him probation and all that it entails. We can reset it if you want, and an opportunity to speak to him about that.
Yes, Your Honor. Can we
Okay.
reset it?
You want to
So
reset it
just
for
more of an
tomorrow?
opportunity to speak
Okay.
with him.
Give him, and you can give him, some opportunity to speak with him and explain to him probation. I don't want to put anyone on probation that doesn't understand what it is and what it's going to entail, okay? So we'll we'll reset this for tomorrow in courtroom 2, and so you can speak with him about that, okay? All right. And so that was 15 days.
Okay,
followed
thank
by
you.
6 months, mental health. All right, good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name, please?
Israel Alejandro Hidrobo Yuquilema.
Israel Alejandro Udobo Yucalan.
Okay, sir, you're here in case number 2019 CF 17093. You were arrested for burglary of a dwelling with an assault or battery. I believe that it should be tampering with a witness to hinder communication to law enforcement and battery. And I think that that is just a domestic violence battery. And I do find probable cause for those offenses. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you, sir. Does the state want to be heard as to bond on count 1?
Yes, Your Honor. Law enforcement received a 911 call from a neighbor in the building saying he could hear altercation and a woman yelling, "Get out of my apartment." The victims then called the 911 saying that her husband had just choked her and taken her cell phone. In a sworn statement, she said that she found the defendant standing outside her door. They were still married, separated, do not live together any longer, that she had, the day before, left a bag of the defendant's belongings outside the door, and it was gone the next morning, but he had shown up again asking for the bag. She had told him that she had left the bag outside and he needed to leave. but when she began to enter her apartment from the hallway, the defendant forced himself inside her residence against her wishes. She told him to leave several times, but he did not, and when she tried to call 911, he knocked the phone from her hand and then took possession of it. He wrapped his arm around her neck in a choking manner and drug her to the living room area. And she also saw some keys fall out of his pocket that she had placed in the bag that was mentioned previously, the previous evening outside the residence for him to pick up. She said it's not the first time she'd been choked by the defendant. She didn't give him permission to come into her apartment, to take her cell phone, or to put his hands on her. Although the defendant denied the events, he did have the victim's cell phone. The state's position is that there is proof evident or presumption great, and for the safety of the victim, we would ask that the defendant be held without bond.
Ms. Fowler?
Your Honor, I refer the matter to the court.
All right, I do find proof evident presumption great based on everything that's in the affidavit, and I am gonna hold him at no bond on count 1. Count 2, the bond will be set at $2,500. Count 3, $500. No contact directly or indirectly with the victim or any witnesses in the case. You must maintain a separate residence. You are not to return back to the victim's residence. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition. And Sanchez bonded.
No puedo decir nada.
Sir, did you understand everything contained in the no contact order?
Sí, sí, lo entendí.
Yes, yes, I understood that.
All right. Can you tell me your name, please?
José Cartagena Rivera.
Jose Cartagena Rivera.
All right, Mr. Cartagena Rivera, you're here in case number 2019 MM 10035AO. You're arrested for domestic violence battery. I do find probable cause for your arrest. I'll appoint the public defender. Pretrial release did advise me that they did contact the victim and she was not planning on attending court, correct?
Correct.
Yes, okay. All right, and so I am going to order no contact directly or indirectly with the victim. I'll have you sign the no contact order. Thank you. All right, Mr. Cartagena Rivera, did you understand everything contained in the no contact order?
Sí.
Dima, yes.
All right, I'm also ordering that you maintain a separate residence. You may return with law enforcement one time to get any personal belongings that you may need. You must go with law enforcement. Do not go by yourself. You're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. Your bond is set at $500. All right, and I don't think we have any more Spanish. That's it? Okay, thank you, Madam
Thank you,
Interpreter.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Christopher John Brown.
All right, Mr. Brown, you're here in 2019 CF 17090AO. You're arrested for possession of heroin with intent to sell or deliver and possession of methamphetamine with intent to sell or deliver. And I do find probable cause for those offenses, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you in your case. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And I am gonna stay your bond at 15,000 on count 1 and 150 on count 2. You do qualify for pretrial release, but I'm not gonna place you in pretrial release.
Your Honor, will the court consider a reduction in bond, taking into consideration lack of criminal history?
No, I'm gonna stay the bond at the statutory, or excuse me, at the bond schedule. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Nicholas Chambers.
All right, Mr. Chambers, you're here in 2017 CF 6569AO. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant for a violation of probation. The judge in your case did set your bond at none. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You'll see Judge Whitehead in a couple days for your arraignment, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Good morning. My name is Darian Moreau.
Good morning. You're here in 19 CF 17086AO. You're arrested for possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, possession of cannabis of more than 20 grams, providing false ID to law enforcement officer, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do find probable cause for those offenses. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You can't possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, no weapons, no firearms, and no ammunition. I'm gonna stay the bond at 15,000 on count 1, I'll ROR on count 2. There'll be 100 on count 3, and ROR on count 4. All right, please tell me your name.
Carlos Edwards.
All right, Mr. Edwards, you're here in 19 CT 9070, or 74. Is it 74? 70. Oh, okay, all right. 70. And you were arrested for driving with a suspended or revoked driver's license. Do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. Was there an offer?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. And is that because it's enhanceable, or there's just no offer?
I defer to the court if you'd like to have him plead to the bench.
Okay. Do you want to resolve your case today, Mr. Edwards?
It's possible, depending.
Okay. I don't know. I don't have a driving record, so I'm not really sure. Do we have a driving record? Okay. So, Mr. Edwards, I can tell you, it wouldn't be a credit for time served offer, and I don't negotiate, so if you wanted to plead to the bench, but I don't know if you want to do that. You're driving on violation, 893 suspensions, and so, and the state's not offering anything for you today. So what I'm gonna do is order you not to drive without a valid driver's license, okay? And I'm just gonna stay the bond at the 500. Don't get arrested. Just stay out of trouble. Maybe if you can get your license back at some point soon. It looks like, you know, you have some child support stuff to pay. But I think, you know, the 893 suspension may have expired already. So if if you pay that child support stuff, you might be able to get your license back, okay?
Alright.
So talk to the PD about that, okay? All right, please tell me your name.
Miss Ruth.
All right, and Fears bonded,
Yes, Your Honor.
okay?
No, PTR.
Huh? PTR? Okay, so that was was PTR, Zimmerman, bonded, and, all right, Miss Ruth. You're here in 19 MM 10062 AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. Do find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender. Was there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. Adjudication of guilt, 2 days with credit time served, court cost, and no return to scene of the trespass.
All right, Miss Ruth, do you want to accept that offer?
I accept.
Okay.
Enter a plea of no contest.
Miss Ruth, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
I understand.
Okay. I do find a factual basis to accept your plea based on the affidavit in the court file. I'll adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to is it 2 days? 1 day with credit for 1 day, or it's 2 days with credit for 1 day, but that will get her out today, correct? Okay. And you can't go back to 2722 North Pine Hills Road or have, and abide by the trespass warning. I do have
So
to.
when I'm released from jail, where did I go, to Lakeside or out the door?
Well, you'll get released.
Because I just got arrested for being on property. I think that's a probable cause of 30 days.
No.
No, okay. I understand.
The offer that the state's making for you today is 2 days with credit for 1, but that will get you out today at some point, okay?
Okay, I understand.
All right, so hold on, we're not done yet. So you can't go back to that location, abide by the trespass warning. I do have to impose court costs. I'll order that you pay those by December 16th, 2000.
I can't afford to pay the court
Okay, well,
costs.
you'll have to go through the clerk system,
Okay.
okay? So you go down there, they'll make you fill out some paperwork and stuff like that, okay?
Okay.
If you'd like to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you now. Good luck.
Good luck.
All right, and to road bonded? Okay, all right. And that's it? Nothing else? I always sign the wrong place then. All right, we'll be in recess until tomorrow.